Again, it is time to choose who is the best player in the world. Football-wise, the best male player, the best female player, the best coach in the world. But then when they bring out this short list, you ask yourself that, like recording decimals, some names kept propping up. I don't know if this year, this is my opinion, this is kind of Chicago's opinion, if those names, I'm talking about two particular names, if they are there to make up the numbers. Of course, somebody might say, okay, you're not being fair, because probably if you look at the numbers of what they've done in 2020, probably you might have a second, a second thought. But from the short list that I have seen, one name stands out, like in any other time. I remember when the NBA voted for Steph Curry and everybody gave him that, man, you are the MVP. There is no point. Almost everybody who voted gave him, said, give him number one. I'm expecting a clean sweep this year for one of them. We are going to, I know some of you know the three names that are there. That is for the male. Also for the female, one name that is not there is what I'm going to talk about later on, and that has to be with the Nigerian stallion, the Nigerian Amazon, the Nigerian five-time African Footballer of the Year. And I tell you, she kept on doing it and doing it. She was already in the UEFA team of the season. And last night, yesterday evening, not at night, she did again. She scored 1, 2, 3. And I tell you, she is a shining light. So probably will be in the next few years, in the next, not too distant future, we're talking about after by 2021, we expect her name to be, if not in the top 3, but in the top 5 of the best footballers in the world. She has already conquered Africa, and the world is at her feet. We do that, and we also look at the Champions League just finished, and some people moved from the top to number 3. I know in England, I think 6 or 7 teams represented England. The other 6 of them, they topped their group. One team that didn't even make it finished third. I went to Europa. I know there is somebody who normally calls here when this show is on, and then he would like to get a jibe at me. I hope today your lines will, when you try to call, others will get through while we try to get through. But that is the fun in the game. But then the big one is where we want to start from, amongst other stories. The female award, our league have not started. When you say our league, yes, our league has started and our league has not started. Sometimes I say this and somebody say, "Ken, what are you talking about?" I'm talking about that the male team have not started, but the female league has started. The male league have not started, but the female league has started. And then there's some wonderful play coming out there. But we do expect that while this thing is on, we will have an abridged female league this year. And also, our teams kept crashing out. By last week Sunday when we were here, we said 50% were off, and we're expectant that the other 50% will make it. Yes, they did make it. Rivers United and Enyimba progressed because Kano Pillars and Plateau United had earlier dropped out of the continent. So it's 50-50. And in the junior category, it is not looking too good for us because the Flying Eagles have been knocked out of the WAFU Championship, which means they will not play at the AFCON in Africa. They won't qualify to play at the Africa Championship. The most successful team, just like we dominated at that level, just like our female team has dominated. That is one to the 2 areas that it has been the Nigerian stamp. When you just look at it, under 20 in Africa, on Nigeria, female AFCON in Africa, Nigeria. So the Falcons and the Flying Eagles have dominated. But unfortunately this year, in a group that comprised of Ghana and also Cote d'Ivoire, we got a draw and lost the other match. We're expecting Ghana to do us a favor, but it didn't come. So we are out and we are home. And some people blame Ladambo. So I don't know how the man who picked the team, or the man who picked the team, we don't know. Maybe Yemi will tell us where the box stop. Who we answer to this. Then the best way to start. I'm not going to start that. I'm in the house with Yemi Bakre, and then he's going to start it because yesterday it was round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and by round 9, yes, the guy quit. He knocked him out after 4 knockdowns. This time he got up 3 times, but by the 4th time, Kubrat Pulev said, "No, this is too much for me, please." And then it has to be the Nigerian song. It has to be the guy who said, "I eat a lot of fufu. I eat a lot of that with the Nigerian food that makes me who I am." Anthony Joshua, Yemi.
Ken.
Yeah.
It was good afternoon, viewers, and good afternoon, Ken. I think the wait was worth it. We waited till the early hours of this morning to actually see that particular game. Unified WBO, WBA, IBF, IBO. Anthony Joshua. We knew that the big match that had taken over the narrative for the entire evening was a Tyson Fury match. But you needed to scale this audio. For Kubra Pulev, a man that only has one defeat on his card and losing to Vladimir Klitschko. So you know that is not a pushover. Yet at 39, you can't say age is no longer on his side, but he's not a man you can say, oh, you can just walk past like that. And Joshua did so well on the night. He controlled his game with a lot of patience. He dominated. In the third round, he had the opportunity to kill it off. A lot of people came for him to say, oh, you could have made a statement with this. You could have done this. You could have done that. But I see a lot of maturity in Joshua's tactics and fight. And he waited patiently again, allowing Pulev into the fight. But in the ninth round, Pulev had no answer to those uppercuts. He came in flurry. And the way Joshua was twisting and turning, giving it to him, by the time he gave him that jab, he said, that's the straight jab. Pulev didn't have any.
Look at him. He was crawling. Look at him crawling. He was on all fours. He was on fours.
Absolutely.
On all fours.
I would say Joshua barely broke any sweat.
He didn't.
For this particular one. I think he showed a lot of maturity. I love the tactics. I love the style. I think he learned a lot from the Ruiz match. Because, in everywhere boxing, if you run into one of those punches, you're gone.
You're gone.
And the way he pressed himself, and you could see from the jabs to the flicks to those uppercuts, Pulev had no answer to it. And for me, it was very, very fantastic. And everybody is now looking forward to that mega match. That's talking about Joshua and Fury. Fury quickly went on Twitter yesterday saying he will knock Joshua out in round 3 if he continues like this. But anyway, that's the way boxing is. We saw the money man beside the ring.
In fact, when he arrived, I mean, it was all show. Because he arrived London yesterday, straight down the tunnel and walked down into the arena, the O2 arena, and then they say, here is the man.
And being by the ringside, you saw what happened. Even before Joshua was actually declared the winner, Joshua came down to have a conversation, like a 2-minute conversation with the money man. A lot has been said about what was.
How do you like this? Why do you like these picks?
You will like this as a Nigerian, and you will like this as an African, because for me, Joshua was in an imperious form.
I want to take your mind back. Remember, I think that was 2-3 years ago when Mayweather fought Canelo, and Canelo just fell down there. And one of his fans, one of this young musician, that came in and tweeted
about it. When they bring you down to your canvas, it's a big deal. It is a big deal in boxing
because you are dazed.
Because you are dazed, and you are forced to for the referee to start counting, and that happened to Pulev in the third round,
twice. But let me stay with you on that tundra, because you said something that he has learned his lessons. We saw that fight with Klitschko, where he knocked Klitschko down and Klitschko came up to knock him down. We saw the same fight with Ruiz, when he knocked Ruiz, and Ruiz came the same round and knocked him down, and that was almost the beginning of the end. This time he knocked Pulev down twice. Yet, he said, still calm. I still have that, Obunigwe in my hands. I see, I still have it. I'm in Nigeria, you understand? When you come in and then be, you understand?
In every way, boxing is more of tactics.
Yeah.
And your strategy, you must stay within your own match plan. You have to understand that the other person too wants the bout. And the way Joshua handled it, I think for me, is lesson learned from what happened in the
previously.
Because, for the reason, a lot of people expected Joshua to come, open up, and fight. But that's not the kind of fighter.
He is nice, a mature, like you said, a mature kind of fighter.
And if you look at it, he placed it, his jabs, the uppercut, he landed it when he mattered most.
If I those uppercuts...
If you look at that third round,
yes,
it was Pulev who tried to arm him first.
Yes.
And when Joshua swerved and dodged it, it landed a very heavy jab on Pulev.
In the first round, I think they probably just about maybe 4 or 5 punches that were actually landed.
Absolutely. I was looking at the clock and I was like, what's happening?
Yeah,
what's happening?
But that is he sized them up. Even if it is with one punch, I am going to win the round. He took that round.
And he took that.
That is the thing.
That gives you
confidence. The second round again, the same thing. You fight safely and you take that round. That you are not
until you have the opportunity to go for the kill.
So you are not under any pressure.
Under any pressure to say, I must knock him out. If I don't win by knockout,
I've lost the fight. So he has almost about 2-inch reach advantage. So he utilized them.
And that was the key thing for this particular fight. You saw that he had more...
he had the reach. Yes.
And he was using
fighting
it
from a distance.
Fighting from a distance.
Yes.
Kept Pulev at bay. And Pulev struggled, I must say, with Joshua. Even if you look at that, the bout between Pulev and Vladimir Klitschko, even when Pulev was in his prime, I think Joshua dealt better with him than Klitschko.
You understand that Joshua is Vladimir Klitschko's protege. This is his boy. This is his... In fact, it's like a family to him. They said Klitschko, during his sparring years, among all his sparring partners, it was Joshua that he was closest with. He adopted him. And even in this fight, he said, this is how you are going to go about it. In fact, when he was to fight Pulev then, that was when he was even sparing with Anthony Joshua. Okay. So it's like they are more than friends, they are more than a family. And in this one, they said before the fight, somebody wrote that this fight had Vladimir Klitschko written all over it. And I tell you this. So those are the only 2 persons who have beaten Pulev in his 30 matches that he has fought as a professional. Before we leave, you're already talking about the fight with Tyson Fury. I know for Anthony Joshua, he has knocked, there is no barrier on his own part. But for Tyson Fury, as a gentleman,
yes, Wilder
honored the rematch clause. Is not supposed to honor the rematch clause to Wilder and put it to bed, to rest, to say, look, of course, you were the champion. We after that fight, we draw. You honor the rematch clause. Before after that, by the first they still inserted that clause for a rematch, for a trilogy. Can you go the 1, 2, 3 the way Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier went, Joe Frazier 1, Joe Frazier 2, and Joe Frazier 3? Let us. Is it the money? They love the money because the Hayes is already talking about this fight of Joshua versus Tyson.
The Fury
Tyson, Fury Joshua
fight narrative has dominated the heavyweight boxing. They even offered him a ring side seat, and it turned that down. That's talking about Tyson Fury.
Yes.
That match has dominated, but you know that there is a mandatory challenger in Pulev, which Joshua has to dispatch of.
Yes.
Tyson Fury too must obey that clause, the gentleman agreement he has with Wilder. Put this to rest and let's know that yes, you're not jumping the gun. The British people wants to see that particular. The world wants to see it. They're already tagging Joshua Fury as the greatest thing to happen to England after the World Cup, 1960 World Cup.
Yeah.
It will be the biggest boxing bout after Joe Frazier Ali in 1971. So looking at it is a bout everybody wants to see. But I would love for Fury to put the Wilder thing to rest first before coming on for Joshua.
Okay, so that is it there. Where we take your calls, we also like to hear from you. Do you want? Let us know. Do they want the British to settle this amongst them, or do you want Tyson Fury to say, go over there, be a gentleman, fight Wilder, beat him again, and then so that yes, this time you've beaten him, and then so that you can now come in while the pulse keeps rising. I remember when it was Tommy Haynes. Tommy Haynes was supposed to fight Sugar Ray. The Sugar Ray team said, look, Tommy, you are good, but if we fight now, you will make more money. Go out there and fight. Go and eat. Go and fight John the Beast Mugabe. Go and fight Roberto Duran, the hands of stone. Go, a lot of that in there. That cream de la cream of boxers. Then, in the welterweight and middleweight dominated the world. And I tell you, when it was that time for that match between Sugar Ray Leonard and Tommy the Hitman hits the bottom of the Motor City from the Motor City Detroit. And I tell you this, you know how much they made. It was a mega fight. I know this. Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua will gross. Joshua made about 10 million pounds in this particular fight because there were no boxing fans that there's no ticket to it. It was just on online and other media watching it. But he made that. Pulev guaranteed about 3 million. I think 3 million. Yeah, 3 million, 10 million. Dollars, not pounds, sorry. So that is exactly what they made there. But then with pay-per-view, it might also rise, rise, and that's the thing. So let's see how it will go out. Boxing is there, and I tell you, it is the sweet science that people are talking about of self-defense. Before we talk about, we'll go to the next, talking about the FIFA, the best players, FIFA best player that came up. We just want to really say this, and we're saying with all sense of responsibility that we must keep up with this COVID-19 protocol. Our dear darling governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, just tested positive for COVID-19, and he's in self-isolation. It tells you that it is still with us. 2 days back, we have over 700 tested cases. By yesterday, the 13th, we had 617 new cases. So I tell you this, it is not what we are joking about. It is not what we are taking for granted, and you may not know it because when it is there, the rate at which the victims are going on. It might not be as, because the number of tests we are doing in Nigeria, you only have a percentage. If you don't test, you don't know how many you have. But from the ones that we are tested, where we're having this, these are the highest figures. Even at the height of this pandemic, we're not having such almost 1,000 a day. And this is where we are going to. We are heading there. So please, we understand, of course, we have the sporting world. We just have to come together. Entertainment world, we do come together. In the buses, we do come together. In politics, the campaigns and other things, a lot of things have been there. But we just have to be very, very careful. We also remember, of course, there were the protests by the youth, some about a month ago, and all this must have, spiked the whole thing. But let us be careful. If you keep your distance, you will not get it there. If you wash your hands regularly, you will not get it there. If you wear your face mask when you're outside there, these are preventive measures that we have to take. Please, 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 we do say yes. Yemi, I don't know if you have a take on that.
Ken, really, COVID-19 is still very much out there, and everybody just needs to take the necessary precaution because you go out. It's just like business as usual. People no longer wear face masks. People go around like it's business as usual. Even religious gathering.
Yes.
And the government is not leading by example.
Exactly.
So you see rallies, political rallies. People are back at parties. I don't know what type of people we are really. And it's getting closer home. Don't let me say it's getting closer home. It has gotten home for some people.
Yeah.
So if you really have not witnessed someone close to you, at least you've heard about someone who knows someone that this has gotten to. So you don't need to wait till you are the main example or you suffer a loss. Please, wear a mask. Protect yourself. I don't think these things are a too big deal for us to protect ourselves, especially as we go into this Yuletide. Let us celebrate. Let us enjoy it responsibly, please. It is very, very important. The COVID-19 is still very, very much with us, and we need to protect ourselves and our loved ones.
Okay, let's delve into it. We've waited. The Ballon d'Or will not take place this year because France football said there will be any Ballon d'Or. There's not much activities, but then there were activities, leagues were won, everything, and some teams did come out, some players did shine. And yesterday, he scored his 175th goal in 200 matches for his club. I tell you this, he is a goal machine. He is among those who are listed. I talked about the other two, but this is the one I'm talking about here. Let us have, hear me, I am not being partial. Some people say, Ken, you are doing this, but I'm not being partial.
The numbers don't lie.
The numbers don't lie, exactly. So let's see the short list. Let's see the short list for FIFA are the best for this year for the men.
Yes, introducing the finalists for the best FIFA men player 2020. We have Cristiano Ronaldo of Portugal. We have Lewandowski of Poland and Lionel Messi from Argentina.
Yes, Robert Lewandowski, Lionel Messi, and Cristiano Ronaldo. Yemi, your take?
Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, usual suspect, dominated the award. This is the 5th or 6th edition.
Yeah.
Dominated the award. Those are names that, as a football lover or as a sport person, you will be happy that at least you watch them play in your lifetime. Such players, they don't come anyhow.
Yes.
Maybe once in a century.
Yeah.
So we're happy to have seen them. We're happy to have watched them play. But a particular man is standing as in
heads and
shoulder above these two for this season in question.
Yes.
And that's Robert Lewandowski,
yes.
the goal machine himself, winning the treble with Bayern. And not just winning the treble, you need to consider the team, what they did going into that particular treble. Defeating the almighty Barcelona. 8 goals to 2. I wish the
Qatar was here. Because some of them cried.
Some of them cried that night. The defeat that forced the entire Barcelona to start rejigging. The board went away with it. No, they didn't want to go with that particular defeat. But we saw a lot that happened with that particular defeat. Lewandowski has been in imperious form this season. Nobody can. I think, like you said, those two, that's talking about Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi, they're just there to make up the numbers. Really. Because this is a given that this guy will pick the award this season. With the number of goals, no.
I mean, like you said, there's a Bayern team that won the treble. And here's a Bayern team that won the champions. They won all their matches. I mean, it's not a question of saying, well, somebody got a draw. They defeated every team that came their way. I mean,
and won it in style.
I won it in style. And then the star of the team, is the Polish, the Polish guy, Robert Lewandowski. I don't know, when we open the lines, you will tell us who you think. And then let's look at the women. Let's look at the female team. Let's look at the female, the third three in the female team who are there. We have we have Lucy Bronze.
Lucy Bronze.
That is the English player who also plays for City. We have panel had Adela, Renard from Olympique Lyonnais. And the other one is from Denmark, while the Lucy Bronze is England. But like you said, it is not about this to us. The person that is not there is Asisat Oshoala. Let's look at some of the Asisat stats. I mean, this will tell you something. Apart from the fact that Asisat scored yesterday they demolished Valencia 7-0. They went away to beat Valencia. She scored a hat trick, and you can look at her stats there. 35 goals in 33 games for Barcelona. You understand? 57 goals in the last 49 league matches. This is you cannot. And she not just make the UEFA team of the season for nothing. She didn't order to make up the number. She did it based on that. And I tell you, she's 5 times African Footballer of the Year. And we are saying Asisat Oshoala is up there among the best in the world. She first of all went to Barcelona on loan. They were trying to test the waters. And then it's like, when you want to do a promo, you say, take one, test it first. And when Barcelona tested it, man, you are going nowhere. This one, we are keeping you forever. And I tell you, I remember some Nigerians who have tried playing there, Benga Okuno, Emmanuel Amuneke, and then this one, she is there. She's the Amazon. What the males couldn't do and stay, she is there. And they are just an integral part, but the goal machine. So we hope that she will be there very, very soon. Let's take a look. That's a controversy. To me also, you talk about the coaches. Let's see the coaches. Let's see the 3 quarters short list. Because there's a name also there that I wonder, I don't know, maybe because it is high. That is it. Marcelo Bielsa.
Marcelo Bielsa from Argentina. and Flick.
Of course, you can't take that. The Bayern
coach.
Yes.
Jürgen Klopp, German and Liverpool.
Yes. So
everybody has been crying for Marcelo Bielsa.
We want to take a break. Where we'll come back here, you you talk about how Marcelo Bielsa got into that list. It is Channel Sport on Sunday. We shall open the lines, and you're part of the team. You stay with us. Okay, you're welcome back. It is Channel Sport on Sunday, and we are being joined by Jimmy. Jimmy Kato. We call him is the only Kato we have.
You remember this, Sonny. Remember this, Emo. Ever a pleasure to be here. I find it interesting that at this point in time we are talking about Anthony Joshua, his achievement, the fact that he could defeat Cobra Pulev the way he did, and I think yes, he's supposed to be expected of him. Fighting against a 39-year-old man, that's what's expected. But if Cobra Pulev had put off, an upset, then I mean, we'll start wagging our tongues and start waxing lyrical about.
Are you saying Pulev, if Pulev has done ruse?
I think exercising the ghost of that Rhys Jr. bout was, key on his mind. That's Anthony Joshua, and I think he did quite well. He showed a lot of improvement, although I think that he didn't stick to what's supposed to have been the game plan. I mean, you're a tall boxer. At 6'6", you're not supposed to be mixing it, trying to slug out with somebody that is 6'4". Pulev is 6'4", he is 6'6", and by the time he starts slugging it out with him, if he catches him with the body shot and all that, he may get hot. So I think in the latter rounds, he found his own range and started to do the needful. You have got to give him credit for that. But, we know that he doesn't have the best of conditioning. He's not, he doesn't have the conditioning of the boxers of old, the likes of Evander Holyfield, Ray Digbo, and also Lennox Lewis. And, you can name all the boxers that used to have conditioning, at the highest level of their games. But give him credit. He has done the needful. He keeps, playing according to the script. And you look at the fact that he wants to fight against a shorter boxer. He now brings into his camp Christian Thor, who is 6'9". I'm already thinking of fighting Fury. Fury is 6'7". He wants to fight someone that is short at 6'4", and he now brings into his camp as a sparring partner Christian Thor, who has got a professional record of 6-0, brings him into his camp. So he's probably trying to also confuse the other camp. Give it to him, Anthony Joshua. A lot of people will say, our boy, yeah, our boy. He's done well.
What will you say? What
would I say?
What is your own? Leave other opinion. What will you say, Jimmy?
He's our boy now.
I've been listening to you.
He's our boy.
He's been dancing around.
Dancing around.
Jimmy, let's hear your opinion. Let's hear your opinion.
What are your thoughts?
Jimmy, let's hear your thoughts.
Most times, when we don't have someone being our favorite, we still have to
Jimmy, not your favorite. Jimmy, what is your... You are a professional.
My
what is your...
My thought,
yes.
My thought here.
Yes.
Anthony Joshua did it.
Okay, let's go to Port Harcourt. Why you are still dilly-dallying? We have a caller from Port Harcourt.
Hello. He made up his mind.
Emmanuel, how are you? Hello, Emmanuel. Can we hear Emmanuel in the studio? Or let us... Can we pick it up if we can get him? I mean, is that call off? All right. Please, Emmanuel, do call back. We'll see how they can connect you straight to the studio if you're able to get through again. Emmanuel was trying to save you.
Maybe, Jimmy, have you made up your mind?
Jimmy,
what are your
opinions? Let us hear your opinion. Don't go around.
My straight opinion.
Yes.
I believe that is the second best boxer we have right now.
Okay.
After Tyson Fury.
Okay.
That's my
that's opinion. Okay.
But that said,
just said yes.
He's got 4 belts. He's taken 4 belts.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, he's gotten all this. He's retained it. And you have to give him all credit for that. Because I'm saying, if he had lost, you remember the way we were waxing lyrical about Rhys Jr. We're not going to do that now.
Give it to him. You were talking about boxers who had conditioning. You understand? we saw the great Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
When he fought Leon Spinks. And then Leon Spinks just came and, and beat him.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
We saw Mike Tyson. When Buster Douglas knocked him off. You talked about Lennox Lewis here. Hassim Rahman. Rahman, knocked him out. So it happens in every way.
Boxing.
Have you read that novel by Hadley Chase? The soccer punch. He said when a guy becomes too confident, that is when he leaves himself open for the soccer punch. You will just be dancing and just wham, they don't get your jaw and you are down. So okay, let's go to Oyo State. We have Nee. Hello, Nee.
Hello, good afternoon.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Yeah.
So let me also congratulate Anthony Joshua.
Okay.
But the question is that why is it that he's always after all these guys? He comes great. That's when we realize they are Nigerians. What have you been doing then when nobody knows them? So it's a question to all of us. So we should but at least it's a challenge for us to be getting things right at the very early stage. So as regards the Messi, Ronaldo, and Lewandowski,
yeah,
I'm a popular fan, but I have to give it to Lewandowski.
Okay.
They have already tried in the previous season.
Okay.
But let's get on record that Lionel is still the individual player that has won the greatest awards, individual awards in the world of football. I think 3 times.
It's Lionel Messi.
We are with the challenge from it.
Okay, nobody's taking that away from you, Nee. Is Nee off? Nee, are you still there? Okay. I wanted to ask you, normally when we do this show, because we believe that whatever we are doing out there, we must relate it to what is happening here. There is a fellow, I don't know if both of you are supporting the same team, Upsuiting is in the studio, you understand? And I know, what is that book in the Bible, Lamentation? Shooting, my guys, you guys have to come back. You are doing well. I think we spoke to your GM the other day, and then what Shooting Stars is doing, trying to come back, trying to have a corporate body, trying to sell the shares. A lot of those Rangers are also doing that in making sure that, look, the state governors removing 800 million, 500 million from the coffers to run clubs when there are also contending. Even if that 800 or 500 million is to be spent, gentlemen, in football at the grassroots level, in the schools, if you pick up 15 to 20 schools and spend 20 million on those schools in every year, in the 4 years that a governor wants to spend in office, I tell you, the ripple effect, if Spain will be small in what Nigeria will produce. If you have the grassroots coaches,
exactly. Infrastructure and
have a
capital development.
Yes,
I think it will be about. But Ken,
Emmanuel is back.
I think you stop throwing stones. Where is insurance?
Emmanuel is. Let's take Emmanuel. Hello, Emmanuel. Emmanuel, what's happening to your phone? We are hearing beep, beep, beep. Emmanuel, you will speak on this show today. You can't speak. You can't get in twice. I don't know. I know it's Jimmy. I think it is Jimmy that is doing this.
I think Yemi is trying to shade insurance, but in shading insurance, it probably is shading stores. And I make bold to say that if Nigerian football should move forward, you have got to bring back traditional clubs, regardless of how you are going to get it done. Because the truth is, you look at the fan base of clubs like Stores, Rangers, Insurance, Shooting. What they have been able to do.
The old fan base. Okay, let's go back. Let's go to Port Harcourt. Emmanuel is back. Hello, Emmanuel.
Yeah.
3 times.
From Port Harcourt. Yeah.
Okay, so Emmanuel, let's hear you now.
Yes, I want to come for his fight.
Okay.
Secondly, about our Super Eagles. Yeah, can I talk about our Super Eagles?
Go ahead. No. Here it is open access. We don't restrict you to whatever you are going to say. We don't.
Okay. Hey, now. Nigerians need that go get the house. You say what?
Continue.
No, continue. Go on.
Okay. No. Super. Just as we're asking.
The line is bad.
Emmanuel, your line is bad. The line is bad. I don't know. You've tried. You've called thrice and you went through twice. I give you, I don't know.
Winner.
You're already a winner. Some people try to call 100 times and they don't get through. And thrice you call and thrice you go to. Maybe you think of get another line and call. And if you get in the fourth time, probably we'll have to get a prize for you on this day. We know how difficult it is, to get through on this show.
So you see, alluding to what Jimmy just said, if you don't know where you're going, at least you will know where you're coming from.
Yeah.
We have traditional clubs. You mentioned something. Oh, Yemi supports shooting stars. I not only support shooting stars.
Yes.
My father supported shooting stars.
You can imagine.
So, you're talking of
We're
generational...
talking of transitioning.
Yeah.
So when I hear of the names like Samuel Jebode, when I hear Felix Owolabi,
the Odegbami family.
Absolutely. Yeah. Those names, those associated with shooting stars, the late Babaleros of this world. It gives me nostalgic feelings.
Calm down. Let's take... who do we have on the line? John? Hello. Hello, Jimo. Is it? Who? Nice, Jimo. Hello, Jimo. What is happening? I mean, I think just this line, something is going on. Probably you guys should talk to them first before transferring them to the studio. What is going on today? Christmas is less than 10 days away. What's today's date? Today is 13th?
Yep.
Today is 13th. Yeah, today's 13th.
Yeah.
12 days to Christmas. It is 12 days to Christmas. How do you sing that? My mother said to me.
Ken.
So you see, when we talk of the past, look at the case of Maradona.
Yeah.
A lot of people supporting Napoli now didn't even witness Maradona play.
Exactly.
But they knew that the Maradona-Napoli era is something that they couldn't just
That
forget.
is the era.
See what has happened.
Yes.
They named the train station after him.
Yes.
They named
the stadium after him.
After him. I remember the 1992 days when shooting again came back and started winning those things. The period when we had the Biodun Baroa, Pascal in that particular team.
Patrick Pascal.
And you know what this brings back?
When
the
you are
need
even
for
going to the stadium,
community-driven
I
football.
think, I miss those days.
Exactly.
Not
now, Yemi was young then. Yemi was
not the
online,
not the DSTV generation.
Let's go to Abuja because we have Johnson on the line. Hello, Johnson.
Hello, good afternoon. Sorry.
Good afternoon, Johnson. How are you?
During that of coronavirus, don't say the youth are caused the sparking of coronavirus. I'm not happy with that.
You said what?
I'm not the one that caused the problem. Are you getting me?
That you are not the one that did what?
Are you getting me? That caused that of sparking of coronavirus second problem. I'm not happy with that. For NSAX, it's not NSAX that caused it.
No. We didn't say that. We said, listen, Johnson, calm down. Johnson, please.
Cannot survive in Africa, as even Nigeria. What is the sun degree at the moment? So I'm not happy with that. That's what I want to point.
We agree with what we said. We said, whether you like it or not, was that anytime people came together, we talked about the politician, we talked about football,
religious
we talked about entertainment, religious rallies. I mean, so please.
When we are doing NSAS, the governor is not there when you just are doing NSAS. How people that is dying,
please, you are entitled to your own opinion, and we agree with you, but we are only saying that when anything that brings people together, that's what we are saying. We're not particular. We're not indicting anybody here. I don't know why you are taking it this way, my guy. Please, just calm down. We're talking about facts, and you know it is a fact. Let's not push it to ourselves. We mentioned political rallies. We mentioned political rallies. Religious gatherings. So I don't know why you choose only one of the issues. That anything that brought people together will have spiked it. That is what we said. We're not trying to indict anybody here. We are saying even in the studio, we should do that. So please.
We are doing social distancing here.
If you are, please, maybe you can call back. I know where you are. If you are aggrieved over that, we should not mention. I mean, you cannot sanction people not to mention facts as they are. It is we all are saying anything we want to do.
We
if
should
you are
take
running the
responsibility.
clubs, take
Absolutely.
responsibility.
Just take
And that
precautionary
it is
measures.
not that has nothing to do with the motive of what they have done. And nobody's
Definitely.
condemning, nobody's doing that
Definitely.
here. What we are saying, these are what are the youths? We're talking about football here. We're talking about the sports. And basically that's what we're talking about here. Please, Johnson. Don't be angry if we mention anybody, but we're not trying to impact anybody based on what they are doing.
Takes me to the issue of the National Sporting Festival. You know, at that point we're talking about.
We were talking about National Sports Festival that they should even postpone it.
Postpone it. And I was saying, look, it's not realistic before every match, and we are seeing it happen.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, you have got to take all.
You even recall the Super Eagles last game where they wanted to throw the gate open.
And we said no. We said no. They should not throw the Super Eagles.
Exactly.
In fact, even in the US, after the Black Lives Matter, you saw the spike all over the world. It happens. Yeah. Emmanuel is back. This time you have a prize. Hello, Emmanuel.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Go on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I talk about Super Eagles?
Yes, you are free. Now the line is very clear, so you are free. Emmanuel, what is happening? Hello? Okay. I've never seen a guy got through 4 times.
4 times.
And 4 times after getting through. Then even next time, if you get in the 5th time, today let us see that. Let it be Emmanuel Day. If you get in the 5th time, don't say, I want to talk about Super Eagles. Just go ahead and say whatever you want to say. You know? So, we're talking about the traditional clubs and then the brand, the names. I think, was it 2 days ago, the Shooting Stars, stationary stores, they did...
for the 1981 team, Cup Winners' Cup.
No, I mean, they did honored some of their veterans and, their
Banjo
and co.
Yeah.
But like I said, I wanted to be there, actually. I wasn't. That what if I had been there? What I would have asked is, look, of course, it is good you are honoring these guys, but then what are we doing to bring back?
It was not an all-inclusive event. Trust me.
I mean,
and those are some of the issues we have.
You understand?
When you are doing something for a fan base as large as that, and people do not so many people know about it, it's a problem.
But how large it is? I mean, what is the largeness? By largeness, what is the impact of that largeness? That's what we're talking about. If Shooting Stars have so much supporters in Lagos,
and a lot of them do
you need a Adebayo family now to bring Shooting Stars back? If you have to bring a stationary stores back, if you have a stores a trust fund, if you have a foundation, what is happening? The name stores alone, we know how till tomorrow. It's that nostalgic nostalgia that it has.
As an insider, I can tell you that the bottlenecks are always there, regardless of whether it's the family or whatever administration or even the league body, what exactly they can do to encourage them to come back.
If you can't have superstores, if you can't have flaming, and you can have dynamic stores. If it is stores, why don't you guys have another stores to bring you? I mean,
it's an idea, a very workable one.
So if what people are giving you bottlenecks, it's okay because you are using flaming or off what that is. Why don't you use dynamic? Why don't you whatever else? You can even shooting stores. I mean whatever it is.
But you keep talking about that. You have not talked about insurance. Why are you happing on stores?
Insurance.
Stores. Dynamic stores. You are even giving them names. Ever business stores.
They are not going to be found.
Okay, so those are the issues that are on. Okay, we're talking about the best 3 coaches in the world, and we're talking about Marcelo Bielsa, we're talking about Hans-Dieter Flick, and the Jurgen Klopp. And I say, all right, Jibril, how are you?
Hi.
Can you speak up?
Yes.
Let's hear your voice. So let's hear your contribution.
Hello, good afternoon.
Speak louder now. Speak louder.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Somebody said you are a Man U fan. Jibril, what is happening? What is happening today? Maybe you just have to call back. I think the lines have not been so pleasant today. The only guy that's really gone through, and they wanted to shoot us from Johnson from Abuja. Just calm down.
We have always talked about Lewandowski, and I think that
before you go, we're talking about the coaches
when
first.
it comes to the coaches,
yes,
I think You wonder how Bielsa got there. Klopp has done quite well. But I think Flick has got to have it. I mean,
oh no, he's going to. Of course,
what he's been able to do.
Yeah.
I think this year the clearest. It's about the clearest year where you already know who is supposed to win what. Because of the accomplishments, because of what they had been absolute in doing what they had been able to do. 55 in 47, Lewandowski, Flick winning a domestic trouble in its first year in charge.
Yes.
And you also recollect the fact that he had been a part of the developmental phase of German football from when they went down from 2006 and he came back. Regina.
Oh, Regina, how are you?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, very clear. You are very clear.
Fine. It's LD, REGINALD.
It is a
Reginald.
Virginal. I'm seeing Regina. I'm wondering, Virginal. Don't worry. Somebody wants to turn you the right way around. But let's hear you. Let's hear you, Virginal. Virgil. Reginald.
How are you?
Fine.
I want to make a little contribution about football development in this country.
Okay, go on.
Okay, what I think is, can we get few of our former players, like Kano, Okocha, Celestin Babayere and his brother Emmanuel, and form a consortium and train our footballers from the grassroots, from the primary school to the secondary school level? Because the things I'm talking about is that in the next few years, we might not have a national team. What currently as players might not meet the standard of international football. So that's exactly what I think we should do. The government should also disengage running football in this country. Let's find sponsors or organizations like MTN, NCC, and FIR for them to sponsor football. Also, in the days of IITC, International, being sponsored by the Nigerian Football Club and all the other Leventis and them, to help us. The way we are going, in the next 5-6 years, we might not have good players to stand the test of time to represent Nigeria in football. I think people are communicating them. Let us remove politics from football. My brother, if we don't remove politics from football, we're not going to achieve anything. Let us say the fact. Somebody like you, I know you can be a good administrator. But I don't know, when you enter office now, you begin to favor some sort of people. Let us face soccer. And
Do you have favor you now?
I'm talking for more than 30 seconds.
Then must you hit me? Must you hit at me?
This was not the laughing matter.
But you guys see me as a sitting target. Why use me as an example? Olafia has not called. You are going to hit me, and all of you call. You hit me first. Go on.
You will do good. You will do good. I know you will do good. The moment you are pointing now, your villain will give you chief party title. And from the chief party title, you take another title, and then you can run football. It's not the best way to run football, please. Let's do the right thing. Use our former players to develop football. Football is a business. The foreign money to generate to this country will be in billions in the next years. If we manage it properly. ICT and football, that is the way now the world is going through. ICT, football, and what do you call it? Resource centers. Please, I want to thank you for this good job you're doing for us.
Thank you.
We are very happy. Every time I see you, I feel very, very happy.
Thank you, Regina. Thank you. And
God bless. Have a beautiful day. Happy Christmas in advance.
All right, Merry Christmas to you too.
Ken, and it's not just about football. It's about
sports.
It's about sports generally.
Yeah.
It has to be about the overall of our sporting structure, the sports architecture, so to say. We go on a break.
We go on a break. I like it when they want to hear somebody. If somebody must cut you up somewhere, so we'll go on a break. And when we come back, the lines will still be open. And please, when you call, just spare me today. Eh? Christmas is close by. Be nice to me. Hello, you're welcome back. It is the Channel Sport on Sunday. The number is still right there. Okpemi Ajala has just joined us on the show. Hello, Okpe.
Thanks, Ken. It's a pleasure having me. I think it's experience to state this, that Wales has got about the same population size as Ibadan. And over the weekend, we had Swansea beating Cardiff City. Just a South Wales derby. So when we keep flogging the dead horse of shooting stars and whatever, I think we are not doing ourselves a great service, so to speak. We should have gone, we should have built on what we have, but unfortunately, we have not done that.
Don't you think that, like I said, I think probably it's nostalgia. All right, we have a right there in Abuja. Who? Hey, our lady, the first lady of Channel Sport on Sunday. Ukwo, what's happening today? Can you let's spell that name correctly? Ukwo, how are you?
I'm beautiful, and you quite of age.
we've been longing to hear your voice.
In fact, I miss you all.
Thank you.
Do you know how many times I tried?
Wow.
105 times.
Hey, yeah.
105. I got it twice. I will not hear their voice. But I said I will not give up.
At all.
Because that prize that you want to give to Emmanuel in Port Harcourt, I should get it first.
You should collect the prize.
First. And secondly, on the 12th day of Christmas,
yes,
my NFF told me that the NFF, mostly, Flying Eagles have crashed out. They have crashed out. You know, I've been crying and shouting. I don't know where Amadou is taking us to. I don't know why he's doing like this. Do you know what I was reading yesterday? Raw. I've been watching Raw. He said he has gotten another four players again.
Can you do us a favor, Leduko? Can you take, I've been trying to recite that line on the 12th day of Christmas. What does it say? Can you just...
the 12th day of Christmas, NFF Flying Eagles have crashed out. These babas that they are trying, those people are hope. You understand? Jokes aside.
Okay.
They have never performed like this.
Yeah.
You understand? What hope do we have in this world? Where are we going? Stephen Keshi again, may his soul rest in peace. Hello?
Hello, you are still loud and clear to the house. Yes, the world is listening to you.
Okay. I said Stephen Keshi, may his soul rest in peace.
Yeah.
Then again, he said he has seen 4 players. The diaspora. We are trying till the last day. You understand? When I just came in and I said, let me try. When we were talking about going to grassroots and the government and whatever, our league, nobody is playing. If you look at our footballers, they are all Oyibos. I don't know if it's a thing to grow up in Nigeria. Our leagues are nowhere. No, they are not including. I don't minister. I used to be a performer.
No. The minister said, excuse me, sorry, Lady Okwo. I think the minister directed that 25% of the team should come from our league. I mean, there is that directive coming from the Ministry of Sport. Yes. The minister did that.
In fact, it does not. I pray they adhere to that. If not, Amadou team is technical. When I mean technical, is technically deficient. You understand? I don't know. Their own there is money.
They have to work with money. Okay, Lady Ukwa, it's always nice listening to you. Let's hope your contributions. I made a mail, please. When next you call Lady Ukwa, please leave your number for us. There are certain numbers that we want to have in our area. We can also reach out to you when we need to. Please do us that favor. You can still call back and leave your number even after the show so that we'll pick it up.
I think we have always paid lip service to youth development, and that's why we're having it easy for our age grade teams to fall out of competition, crash out of competitions. It's happening too many times. I think from 2017, 2018, we are having series of crashes like that.
Ken, Jimmy, I think it goes beyond that. Ken, if you can recollect, not yet there, back in Maryland, when Boso was sacked, he has handled this team before.
Yeah.
we hosted the WAFU. We didn't do well.
We didn't do well. They retained him for the
qualifier for the AYC.
Continental.
He was sacked.
Yeah.
And we said then, if you were there, I can't collect the third person. The verdict then was Boso had nothing to offer the youth team. I can recall that particular phrase we used 2009 when he was sacked. So how Boso got that job again
over a decade after.
No, I won't attack the NFL because we've improved from the days where it was Amaju that would go to London in a restaurant and interview coaches to where they are giving to consultants. But how these guys were able to convince and not convince the consultant to get the job is what I would not understand. But we have said it before, Boso had nothing to offer our youth. Let me underline so that people not say maybe the senior national team, but the youth team Boso, Ladan Boso had nothing to offer. With the benefit of hindsight, we said it then, I'm repeating that again.
I think we just have to look at it from this point of view. We have some of our Nigerian footballers that have got coaching badges, that have, somehow done things with European teams abroad, with the age grade teams like Eddie Dombraye, Finidi George. What exactly are we doing to encourage them to come through for us, get them engaged within our system?
Do you know we have... No, you see, before you start looking about going to the diaspora, I agree with you that, okay, their jobs are visible. We also have the Grassroots Coaches Association in Nigeria. There are over 1,000 of them.
Yes.
Why don't you harness them? These people know the players.
But we have not been able to develop the capacity of these coaches. We talk about NIS, the curriculum.
Yes.
We talk about the curriculum. Is it not outdated? If it is, there's a lot of work that needs to be done. We keep talking about infrastructural deficit. We try to correct that. But in terms of the capacity of our coaches, how well do we make sure...
The NIS produced Amadou Shuaibu.
How many years ago?
The late
Taiwo. It's not even possible for you to...
Okay, let's go to Warri. I think we have Isaac there. Hello, Isaac.
Yes, I'm calling from Warri, Delta State.
How are you? Go on, Isaac, go on.
Hello? Huh?
I said go on.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Isaac. You are true to us. Go on.
Okay. My name, good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, afternoon. Let's get your contribution. Just talk. What do you want to say? Isaac, you tried as much as possible to get through, and then you got it through, and then you just got stuck. Okay.
I
will mention something.
Talent discovery.
I discussed with the late Taiwo Gunjobi.
Okay.
And then we were talking about Amadou Shuaibu, and he said something. He said, Ken, Amadou Shuaibu was the best coach at NIS. Amadou Shuaibu went to Brazil with a lot of coaches all over the world. They attended a course there. Amadou Shuaibu came out the tops. And then they went to Germany. Amadou Shuaibu attended. Amadou came out tops. So it is not the question of whether because you are there. That's what we're talking about the diaspora, which was what maybe the lady Oko just said. You don't have to be that. We have the abundance of coaches here. Some of them, talent also coming. It's not us, it's only for playing football that have the talent. Yeah. Some have the talent to bring out the best in you.
Murillo was never a player.
You understand? I mean, how good was Murillo as whatever it is? So you the talent to bring out the best in you. Also recite with what of the talent God has given to you. So we should focus our attention on how many coaches we want to produce.
You have spoken well about the NIS. When Amadou was there, the best student, he did quite well. But I'm asking this question, and I don't know. That's what I'm asking. How updated is the curriculum for the NIS?
All right, let's go to Canada. We have Philip. Hello, Philip. How are you?
Hello.
Hello, Philip. Go on. How are you? You are true. Hello, Philip. I think today is not... I don't understand what is happening today. We've taken all these calls and they are just coming in halfway. Probably some days are like that. You were trying to say something before Philip called. Because
I was talking about talent discovery, and I think we should just look at it from this point of view. There are people that can get the job done better than Ladan Boso. You have the likes of Fidelis Ilechukwu, who is a
I think Philip is still there. Hello, Philip.
Philip, okay.
Let me speak to Ken.
Yeah, you are speaking with Ken. No,
wow.
no. Philip, you call back. It's when you want to speak with Ken that the line just went off. We thought you were off the line. Please do reconnect if you can.
Ken,
yes.
Which of the Kens? The terrorist or the smiling one? Now, okay, let's just put it this way.
Yeah.
We need an overhaul for our sporting structures. Lady Unko just mentioned something about the NFF. I know she's got a lot of passion, and I'm even wondering, is she a staff of the NFF?
Well, that is by the way. No, who she is by the way.
I do not think so.
I think it's her thoughts that matters, not
Ken, I do not agree with you. Why I say so is almost every time she's talking about football.
Are you discussing her or her opinion?
Ken, like every Nigeria, I think she has the right to say about this.
I think she has the right to do that. What does not look into who she is?
So
the message that matters.
The message is that we need to have a proper overhaul of our sporting structures. It's not just football. We've seen it happen with football where we're struggling to qualify for age grade competitions, where seemingly we used to, excel. So,
okay, there a story that was also breaking before we came to the studio, but we've not been able to gather enough. It has to do with what is happening in Osun State. I remember of recent, immediate past, we spoke with the Commissioner for Sport in Osun, and he's trying to do certain things. But it's like the players of Osun United and also Osun Babes, they are saying it's like maybe their salary, there has to be maybe a cut in their salaries in order to fund the sport officers, which is a very good idea, by the way, that the Commissioner for Sport is trying to have in the 21 or so local government areas. What is your take on this?
No, Ken, it's not the players that should bear the brunt of funding other sporting activities. And the way it is, you have the Osun Babes going all the way to Uyo. Thankfully, the female league just started. They got an away victory, and I think despite not being paid for 2 months, we should take these people as they are professionals, and let's even put ourselves in their shoes and see how this is. Civil servants are not being paid in Osun. Why should the sportmen not be paid their dues?
I've read a statement that came out from the media office of the ministry, and what they had been able to say was, okay, we are owing 2 months' salaries. We told them to do data capturing, and the ones that are supposed to be responsible for that didn't do the right thing at the right time. And we told them, go back, because there are a lot of malfeasant practices in the system that they are trying to correct. We've spoken with Yemi Lawal on this particular platform, and I think that a lot of patience is required. Anybody that wants to, clean the audience table has got to be, very high up here, and the people around him must be very supportive. So it's looking seemingly that some people that have been able to infiltrate the system are the ones sponsoring some of these attacks. That's what it is at this point in time. We leave it for now.
Sponsored attacks?
Jimmy, we're talking about people. Hold on. People are not being paid for 2 months.
There is some kind of
people are in camp. They are in camp. So what does you take it to get the data capture in the camp?
There is some kind of politicizing, right from when sporting officers were employed. So we can't talk too much about that until we are sure.
All right, we'll be sure of that. Like I said, we spoke with the Commissioner for Sport in Osun State here, and we know his intentions are noble, and we're saying this. And also, like we said, like from what we gathered, the players have been paid between 70 to about 35,000 naira per month, and I think extra funding is needed, in order to cover the cost of running the program of those sport officers. We'll try to see if before next we'll get in contact back with the Commissioner of Sport, probably the House of Assembly or the Office of the Governor, should be able to provide extra fund, to carry to do what the Commissioner is trying to do. Because at least I think their salary is not that much, and cutting the salary of the players at this point in time will be counterproductive. It is Channel Sport on Sunday, my guys. Thanks for being on the show, and those of you who called and those who didn't get through, I tell you, it is still Christmas. Have a blessed Sunday.